lords and noble knights, this is going to be my first narrated online battle. The fortress is being attacked by 3 armies. The first army, Scotland, is being led by the Doge's brother. It has 7 units of Highlanders, 3 units of Highland archers, some border horse, the general's bodyguard and some feudal knights, and also 2 trebuchets. The second army, that of Spain, is commanded by Massimo Verzani, and it has 3 units of mounted conquistadors, 4 units of dismounted conquistadors, 4 units of dismounted feudal knights, two units of cavalry, 5 units of Pavis crossbowmen, and the general's bodyguard. The third army, England, is barricaded behind 5 siege towers. It is commanded by Bam Viol and has 2 units of Knights Templar, 2 armored sergeants, 4 armored swordsmen, 4 dismounted feudal knights, 4 retinue longbowmen, 2 dismounted English knights, and the general's bodyguard. And the battle starts with a skirmishing move by the defenders. The defending armies, the Venetians under Bibo and the Moors under Mr. Sheridan. The Venetians have brought on this side 4 units of broken lances, and the Moors have brought some Christian guard.
Enemy have breached the walls! Send those accursed devils back!
Some Sudanese tribesmen, 3 units of peasant crossbowmen, and 2 units of urban militia. The Venetians have placed the rest of their broken lances on the eastern side, facing the Scots, manning the towers on that side in a show of defiance. The Venetians have also placed some units in front of the keep, some dismounted feudal knights, some Venetian archers, and 2 units of peasants. Yes, peasants. Inside the keep are most of the Turks. In the plaza, the 2 bodyguard units for the Moors and the Venetians. There are 4 units of Turkish Hashashim, 2 units of Moorish Hashashim. There is a pair of catapults, the only artillery the defenders have. 3 units of Janissary heavy infantry. 1 unit of Saracen militia. 1 unit of Janissary archers, and 4 Nafatu. And the battle begins with some skirmishing from the Campbell guns. The English respond by sending the Knights Templar against the Camel Gunners. A brave, if somewhat foolish move. They just lost one knight there. Another dead knight. And another dead knight. They had already lost a couple before charging. They join up with a retinue of longbowmen, and together they march towards the camel gunners who skirmish away. On the other side, the Scottish archers, the 100 archers, are within...
Enemy have breached the walls! Send those accursed devils back!
within range of the defender's towers. The Highland archers are achieving little, so they back off, leaving the business of breaking through our defenses to their trebuchets. At this point, with the Scots attacking from the east, and indeed the Spanish attacking from the south, word goes out for all the infantry to move back towards the keep.
Cursed siege tower! The ladders have reached the walls! Defend your homes and women! Let them go no further! Ill news! Our thrice cursed foes are attacking our gates with rams! His ram is through our gates! Have the walls! Drive them back!
Our men are falling back in an organized way. The Moors are, for the most part, retreating into the keep, as the Venetians have taken it upon them to defend the ground before the keep. And the Turkish general has come back, and he's making his way back to his men. The Turkish general is entering the keep to join his allies, the Venetian general and the Moorish general. The Venetians have only brought into the keep 3 units of Venetian heavy infantry. The rest of the army is outside, just outside the keep. And they're defending the walls against the English who have launched their attack. One might have expected that the role of the Venetian peasants would have been in a delay action, in a rear guard action, but here they have engaged the English spearmen in earnest, as their feudal knights are just looking on. There is more fighting over here, as some Englishmen are sneaking past the front line, and more Venetian units on this side, looking very much determined to defend their ground. In the meantime, the Scots are nowhere to be seen. It seems they are still trying to break through the wall. The Spanish are making greater progress. Their infantry is now inside the fortress, and the cavalry is slowly moving in. We had nearly forgotten the camel gunners. They are up to something.
We're under attack! We're under attack! The walls have fallen. Steel and valiant hearts must be our walls now. Remember, fear is worse than fighting.
It does look as if the English player has forgotten about his general. He's lost 2 bodyguards there. And his general received a direct hit at the back. This is right. And now he's realized he's being shot at the back. The Knights Templar counterattack. And somehow the camel gunners managed to get stuck in a melee. The camel gunners skirmish off. They head back towards the fortress. Or perhaps they're not, perhaps they're looking for the English general who's running off. What a shameful display. This is no way for a man of God to behave. Ah, he shows himself to be a man of courage, a leader of men, risking his life. He nearly died there. He sees those frisky Moorish gunners off. In the meantime, on the eastern side of the keep, the Spanish have moved up and have come under fire from the Venetian archers. They're on the right, while the Scots are advancing from the left, being held up by the brave Venetian infantry. Seeing the Scots blocked up and making a fine target, the Janissary archers move over to that side to take a firing position on the walls. A rain of fire is falling on the Highlanders. They are caught in a death trap. In the meantime, the three brave Venetian infantry units are fighting for heavily outnumbered. It is a matter of time before they start to break. And the first one breaks, so does another one, and the third one breaks. In fact, it looks like all the Venetian units in front of the keep are breaking, and the border horses after the Venetians, and there in the distance is the Scottish general, and he's chasing some Venetian units up to the main towers manned by the M2TW. What a mistake.
The enemy general flees like an old woman! Attack! And break the will of his men!
The Venetians are shattered. The general is standing outside the gates, trying to defend the remnants of his army. Of course, the M2TW are also firing at the enemy. The enemy fires into the melee. Slaughter. Now see this, such bad luck.
The accursed enemy has slain our ally. We must look to our own soldiers for victory now.
What happened, I think, was that English unit caused the M2TW to fire, and the Nafatuna hit the Venetian general. They killed him. How unlucky is that? Let's look at this a second time.
The leader of our allies lies slain. Pray his troops do not lose their will to fight.
Either the Nafatun killed the general, or in routing, he ran into the stakes.
We're being attacked!
Scottish lads, it is unwise to stand half naked in the path of an arrow.
We're being attacked! We're being attacked!
Our enemies are gathering their armies. The English on the left, the Spanish on the right, and the Scots in the center in front of the keep. The units are gathered from every side, sometimes carelessly. The English haven't brought their cannon inside the fortress, are cannonading the western side of the keep, west of the main towers. Our men are responding with a rain of fire.
We have breached the walls! Send those accursed devils back!
And so the walls begin to fall. These conquistadors seem to be asking for trouble. What a glorious sight. Such a beautiful game.
The walls have fallen. Steel and valiant hearts must be our walls now. Remember, fear is worse than fighting.
Not to worry. These conquistadors here seem to be provoking our men to skirmish outside the walls, so that they can fall prey to the English longbowmen on the walls and the Spanish archers on the ground. Surely not a mistake our men are going to make. Except for the Venetians, who just can't hold back.
We're under attack! Have broken through the gate. Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight.
It seems our prayers were heard. At this point, the enemy is preparing for their attack. And here is a very good shot from the Scottish trebuchet, a very unlucky one for the Venetians. The Scots are attacking on the left, supported by the Spanish cavalry, while the English and the Spanish are attacking on the right. It is time for our M2TW. Thoughts are falling left, right and center as a catapult shot causes a mass rout on the right. On the other side, a badly aimed carcass shot causes the Scottish units to rout. At that point, The battle was decided. We will take in a minute a closer look at what exactly happened. The percentages are 43 versus 52, and here are the Scots. So here are the Scots marching in proudly, confidently, until the M2TW started to fall. And then the carcass shot. Followed by a mass rout. Let us go over this once again. Here is that shot from the trebuchet that nearly destroyed the Venetian unit. And this time we will concentrate on the Spanish side. So on this side there is a unit of English longbowmen coming first, perhaps to draw some of the defensive fire. And they are followed by the Spanish feudal knights. The longbowmen are destroyed by the battle. The feudal knights are being held back by some Venetians. One unit manages to sneak in, and perhaps they are thinking they are going to achieve something, but wait for that catapult. That is going to hurt. Ouch. And in combination with an M2TW and another mass rout, almost everyone breaks. And here's another attack from the Spanish. The Venetian unit tries to hold them back. They break. Nonetheless, the Spanish aren't looking so good either. And there's a counterattack and another mass rout. In the meantime, a Spanish unit has sneaked in through the main gate and has become surrounded. An English unit comes to their aid. They crash into the Hashashin.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
The English have no chance. It is desperate now. The Hashashim are dashing over to the other side where the English are preparing one last attack. They are being replaced by the Venetian heavy infantry and some Moorish Christian guards.
enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Percentage casualties are 52 to 65% now in favor of the defenders. The battle has been decided. So one last attack by the English. A fatal attack.
Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight.
We're under attack! We're under attack!
Rejoice! The infidel general lies dead. Now his men fear us.
And so the Spanish general dies a hero's death. And you will see in a minute also the death of the Scottish general.
We're under attack!
Behold our worthless foe! See how their general turns tail! Our men have slain the infidel general. Now the serpent's head has been cut off. The tail is sure to wither.
The English army has been routed. They are abandoning the fortress. The Spanish are fighting on. They still have a few units inside the fortress. Like this one. As do the Scots, who have rallied themselves around their trebuchets. However, with their leaders dead, the prospects of victory for the Spanish and the Scots are not very high.
We're under attack!
At this point, the Scots concede defeat. The Hashoshim that was facing the Scots heads for the Spanish culverin. The culverin crew breaks as the Hashoshim approaches. And so the battle is practically over.
Wisest one! We have lost control of the castle! Our men have taken control of the castle!
I was motivated to host and record this battle by comments made by players that the Turks are not a very strong faction in a Shi's environment. I hope to make also another video clip showing that the Egyptians are also reasonably adequate in defending during a siege.
Victory is ours. A victory both righteous and well-deserved. It cannot be said otherwise.